Hi there. If you were in your 50s and ever thought about starting a YouTube channel, but had all kinds of doubts and insecurities about yourself, about the topic that you're interested in and sharing, then I am here to tell you that despite all of that, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can start a YouTube channel. I'm Rayanne, and I am from Midlife Out and Loud, where I help queer Gen X women get out of their own way so they can live their best life. I am also starting a YouTube channel. I am 52 and decided to do this despite all of my doubts and insecurities, just like you. And so I really want to share my journey with you to where I'm at now, filming this video, what I've done to help get through some of my insecurities, and what even brought me here, and then just give you some tips and tricks of getting out of your own way so that you too can start your own YouTube channel. So first off, why am I even starting the YouTube channel? That's probably one of the first things you want to figure out. And for me, it was a way of living the life vision that I had planned for myself. I had planned to, or in my life vision, I want to live a life of freedom, which is location freedom, time freedom. Um, I wanted to travel and share my travels and my explorations and adventures with others. I also wanted to find a way to transition from corporate America into retirement with some form of income. I'm not necessarily expecting a lot of money, but I figured, hey, you know what? Doing something that I love and then sharing that in a platform or on a platform where I could potentially make some money, little spending money in retirement wouldn't hurt anybody. And then the last part of it too is just building community and helping others. So those were really the three things that really stood out to me with regards to starting a YouTube channel. But honestly, it took months to get to here. And I mean months, truly months, and maybe even in years, because I am shy about being in front of the camera. I do have doubts just like you do. I'm insecure about the way I look, the way I sound. Do I feel like I have enough expertise to be talking about this? But truthfully, everybody has something to give, and especially those of us in our 50s and midlife. So 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even heard some people starting their YouTube channel in their 80s. We have life experience. So we may not have necessarily the full expertise that we think of, like the traditional stereotypical expertise, but we have life experience. And all of us are on a journey, and we can share that journey with others. We are like on my journey of starting a YouTube channel, I may be only just one or two steps ahead of you in that I created the channel and I'm recording. And you're in the process and the step of thinking about it and wondering how you're going to do it or what you're going to talk about. And so I feel like each of us have something to share. And so, what I'm going to share with you is just how I got here. And it took time. I originally wanted to do a blog. It was my way of exactly what I said, sharing my travel experiences, sharing my interests. A blog was safe, it was written word. It allowed me to be creative, which is what I wanted. And I didn't have to put my face in there. If it was just pictures. I didn't have to feel critiqued. It was a safer way of communicating and doing something that I wanted to do. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it wasn't quite going to have the impact that I wanted out in the world. And I started to branch out beyond more of what I wanted to do. So some of these doubts started to creep in of, oh my gosh, am I really going to start doing social media? Is that really the route that I should go aside from doing a blog? Yeah, it started to keep creeping in, and I started toying with Instagram because I thought, okay, that's quicker. I don't have to talk so much. I could do short reels, just like TikTok. Maybe I could do short little blips, and just finding ways to try and do what I wanted to do, but minimize me in front of the camera, which was my biggest insecurity, my biggest doubt. And I thought, okay, it's not quite going to work because of, again, the life that I wanted and realizing it wasn't quite what I wanted to do. So went back and thought about YouTube, still had to deal with the doubt, still had to deal with the insecurity. And a lot of it just was internal. It was my own internal doubts. What if this went wrong? What if people don't like it? What if people don't watch it? What if people don't subscribe? I had all of these doubts, and I'm sure that it's the same thing that you are feeling as well. And especially being a queer female, it that added insecurity for me. And you may have your own reasons for being insecure as well. Could be because, again, being a queer female in this world may be something that you're insecure about. And I have sometimes these doubts about what people think of me. And that truly is my insecurity. But I also know that I have a lot to offer. And I want to share that with others and I want to help others. So that started to become my bigger why. So aside from sharing information, it was I really wanted to build community with other queer Gen X women, both locally and globally. And I thought, what platform could help me do this and reach a broader audience than YouTube? So I had to start dealing with these doubts, had to start dealing with how am I going to do this? I spent months, weeks, months watching YouTube videos, how to do a YouTube video, all of the technical stuff, which is you can easily find that, but how do you get over your insecurities? And I had to start digging deep and start thinking, you know what? If other people can do it despite being scared, despite being fearful, insecure, then I can too. Because truly, I need to get out of my own way. What is this channel about? It's about getting out of your own way. And when you have doubts like this, it is getting in the way of you living your best life. I have no idea where this channel is going to be a year from now. I have no idea where this channel is going to be a month from now, where I'm going to be. But the truth is, I'm starting now, and let's see what happens. Because as much as I think about what could go wrong, there's also on the flip side of that, what could go right? What are all the good things that can happen from doing this? Even if I've reached one person and helped one person get out of their own way and live the best life that they can, in this second act of our lives as midlife women, then I was successful. If I'm able to do that and start giving more to others, to me, that is a win, despite my insecurities, despite my doubts. I hear a lot from people, whether it's in business or just doing something big and grand, is just do it. Messy action is progress. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be super polished. I mean, I for sure am not, and I'm here doing this. Probably have bad lighting and all this stuff. But truthfully, I'm here doing it, and I know you can too. And so, what I want to do is just share with you, and I have notes. So, again, you'll probably see this in all my videos. Our notes is what are ways for you to get over your doubts and be able to take that next step forward? So first off, there are going to be a lot of videos on YouTube and influencers who can help you figure out all the tactical, or not the tactical, but the technical aspects of being or starting your own YouTube channel. So I will say there's one person in mind. His name is Rob the Maritimer, and I believe he's up in Canada. He is one YouTube channel that I have watched, one person that I've watched that had really helped me get past this insecurity, but it's really shifting the focus away from you with regards to this YouTube channel to what are you offering somebody else? What are you offering your viewers? Think about it as you're talking to one person. You're not talking to millions of people, which you are, but think about it as you're talking to one person. You're having a conversation with somebody, just like I'm having a conversation with you. I'm here to share with you what I'm experiencing, what I'm feeling. And that will help to get you through that next level of getting it outside yourself and saying, okay, what is my channel specifically doing to help others, to help at least one person? You can start to think of it that way. It starts to become more of a service than just you in front of a camera. So it takes that emphasis away from you. Another one is as you move past that step and go into, okay, ooh, now I got to start recording video. Here we are, right? I don't have anything fancy. I have an iPhone. In fact, it's an old iPhone 11 Pro. I don't even know what number they're on now. And I bought a tripod. I bought this little mic, and that's all I have. I told you I don't even have good lighting. I'm in my dining room, and I have been practicing. I've done a lot of takes And at some point, you'll keep practicing and do some of them. Practice just speaking in front of your phone, or if you have a camera, practice doing that. Practice making eye contact. Do a few interviews, like even have someone ask you a question and practice doing that. And just making that eye contact and having the comfort to be able to speak. Because ultimately, that's what you're just doing. You're having a conversation, you're talking with somebody. Or maybe your channel is about teaching. And if you're very confident about the teaching aspect of it, forget about the video. Just you're telling somebody and you're teaching somebody, or you're sharing your interest with somebody. It's that one-on-one kind of action and or interaction that you want to think about as you're doing this and practicing. So do those mini takes and mini practices, but at some point then you're going to cross over and go, okay, let's just go ahead and hit record and just do it. It's going to be awkward watching yourself, which believe me, I've done that. But you do it anyway, right? Because what do you have to lose? Instead of what can go wrong, what can go right? A year is going to pass anyway, and it'll be amazing to look back and see your journey from where you first started to where you end up, even just a year from now, 6 months from now. It's going to be amazing. So, and then I think the last thing is, again, and I mentioned this earlier, my life vision and my why, is really anchor yourself in why you're doing this. Why is it that you want to start a YouTube channel? Why is it that you want to get in front of a camera and speak and share with the world? Anchor yourself in that. Feel that, know that, understand that, and always go back to that. Because when you start to really ground yourself in your why, the fears and doubts will start to go away. Gosh, a week ago, I didn't even know I was going to be doing a YouTube video today. And here I am a week later, voila, doing a YouTube video. So I am here to tell you, get out of your own way, get those thoughts of doubt and insecurity, and it's okay to feel it, but then feel that next feeling of, despite all that, I still want to do this. My why is greater than the doubts and insecurities. I need to get out of my own way. Let me just take that baby step. Just create the channel. Put in your picture, put in a banner, put in a description. Start just taking those steps. Get in front of the camera and record yourself. Do a little selfie video. I did a lot of those. Still didn't like what I saw, but you know what? I thought, hey, if people are critiquing how I look and not listening to what I'm saying, then maybe they're not the viewer for me. But then those who are really truly listening to my word and not critiquing the way I look or sound, but really listening to what it is that I'm sharing with them, then those are the viewers that I'm interested in. And those are the ones that matter. So again, despite being in your 50s, 60s, whatever, that doesn't matter. You can do this just like I am doing it. And I have faith in you. So, you know what? Let those doubts and insecurities wash away, get out of your own way, and go ahead and start that YouTube channel. I look forward to hearing more about it. And hey, if you like if you do like this video, and it's helped you, or at least just kind of encourage you to take that next step, would love for you to like the video and to subscribe. And also, yeah, in the comments, please tell me, what are some of the big insecurities that you're feeling? And what are things that, if you have gotten over those insecurities and or at least starting to take that next step, what is it that's helping you? What is it that I can do to help you as well? So would love to hear about that. Alrighty. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look forward to chatting with you next week. Have a good one.